All right, we're going to get a little audio check. Good evening. Coming to you from the First Alert Desk. I'm Tori Cooper. We're so glad to have you. Can't wait to see you. We're just making sure that our mics are working, and then as soon as we get that green light, we are going to get things started here. All right, we got the green light. All right, we're going to go ahead. Welcoming you in here on this Saturday evening at the First Alert Desk. I'm Tori Cooper, and we have a lot of things that we're working on tonight. It's been quite a news day. Things have been moving very fast, and we always want to get you caught up and peel back this layer and really show you some of the processes that are in place right now when it comes to getting these stories on air and making sure that you know about them first from Atlanta News First. So let's dive right into it. I want to talk about the latest story that I've been working on just because that's the one that, of course, I can discuss at length with you, and we're going to bring that in right now. So this is, well, looks like I may have, hold on, let's get this up one more time, just because it had gone away for just a second. As you know, we are the producer, we are all the above, but this is the first thing we're going to talk about. It's this Easter egg celebration that was shut down in South Fulton County earlier today. Sounds odd, right? Like a Easter egg celebration getting shut down out of nowhere, but there's a political clash taking place behind the scenes, and that's what we're learning about. So there's an issue that's been transpiring in South Fulton County. City leaders say that there's been a lot of drama within the city hall and just the other realms of the city as it relates to the police department and the leadership. So today, the annual Easter extravaganza was supposed to take place, and there was a permitting process in place where the mayor and other vendors have to apply for a permit, and they have to fill out a bunch of paperwork. Essentially, I'm going to let you see what took place when people tried to go to the park. So we're going to let this video play for you. You can see people were trying to show up here to Creel Park. And this is where you could see there's a ton of Easter eggs that community members had put together. They say business owners, volunteers, nonprofits had raised money to bring over 13,000 eggs to this park and hide them for the kids. Now, this was the second time that the event had been shut down because last week when it was Easter, the rain shut it down, so then they couldn't have it. But then today, the police were there to shut it down. So the mayor of the city of South Fulton came out and spoke about some of what happened. I'm going to let you hear from him.
First issue was they weren't going to give us a permit because we didn't have the right paperwork. We filled out 3 sets of paperwork. Then they weren't going to give us a permit because South Fulton Police said that they didn't have any police officers available to work this event today.
So that was Mayor Khalid Camus, who shared that latest statement. But I want to make sure that we read the latest statement that the South Fulton Police Chief Keith Meadows released in response to this. He says, today at Creel Park, the mayor of the city of South Fulton attempted to hold an Easter egg hunt utilizing a private vendor without a permit. Prior to the event, the mayor was asked to go through the permitting process, which he did not. The city of South Fulton shut down the event and cited the vendor for not having an unpermitted event. The city of South Fulton Police welcomes events in the community, but there is a process that we as a community must follow, end quote. So this is not the first time. As I was listening to the interview with the mayor, he says that this is large in part, he believes, retaliation because he says that he asked the GBI to investigate the police chief. He says that there was some corruption going on. We're going to break that down in further length for you at 9 o'clock, actually at 10 o'clock on Atlanta News First. So stick around for that story. But I want to move on now to another top story that we have been following down in Athens. We're going to take you down there because, as you know, the UGA linebacker Devin Willock and the staff member Chandler LaCroix were involved in a car crash that caught the eye of the entire state, really. This story really has just shattered the hearts of not only this football team, but the entire community of Athens, if you're unfamiliar with Chandler LaCroix and Devin Willock. Devin Willock was a player on the UGA football team who just won their second national championship. And today, for the UGA Day that took place in Athens, UGA took the field for the first time since this tragic crash, and the two were honored in a special way in front of the crowd. the Bulldogs wanted to make sure to pay homage and remember the two that were lost. The team took an international delay of game penalty before the first play. Georgia's offense took the field one player short without an offensive lineman at the left guard, and they say that was in an effort to honor their teammate that they lost. Atlanta News First is on the ground out there in Athens right now getting reaction to all of this. So we're going to let you hear from sports anchor Emily Gagnon later in the evening so you can really capture the emotion and some of what took place there. And lastly, this is just the next update that I want to share with you as we move on. This is something that if you're driving, just keep in mind that this is going on. If you're going to be anywhere around Henry County this weekend, you are going to see patrols because there is a task force that is out there because of the number of traffic fatalities that took place in Henry County this last year. And now the task force is really trying to make sure that they can do everything they can to keep the roads safer. They're going to be doing DUI checks, speeding checkpoints. They're also going to be looking for child restraints. And they've been working with other agencies that are going to also be in and around this area patrolling to help make it safer. So now is the time when we are going to lighten things up here. So again, stay safe on the roadways, especially when there's so many great things to go be a part of, like the Dogwood Festival. We know that many of you are going to be out there enjoying that. So we are going to send things over to First Alert Meteorologist Cutter Martin, who has details on your forecast and everything like that.
Yeah, it's going to be absolutely stunning out there. It's pretty nice right now. Temperatures are in the 70s to near 80. Lots of clouds outside. So it is a dry morning that faded into a dry afternoon, and it is still a dry evening. So no matter what time you had plans today that you were out and about, the weather did cooperate. And for those with evening plans, maybe you were stuck inside getting the chores done all day long, and now is your time to get outside and enjoy the free time. Weather is holding up. I know you saw the clouds move in. You may have been a little bit nervous about some rain, but there is none in the evening forecast. Again, it is nice outside. You're taking a live look at the Centennial Olympic Park Sky Cam. That's a view of downtown Atlanta, and it is absolutely stunning. Not really tracking much in the way of issues. There's certainly the rain out there is signaling some changes on the way, and that change is including a rain chance, but it won't be really in the forecast until late tonight into early tomorrow morning. Again, thank you for tuning in and for watching. My name is Cutter Martin, a meteorologist here at Atlanta News First. If this is your first time tuning in, thanks for hanging with us. And a reminder, we are always here in the palm of your hand if you're watching on a streaming device, also at atlantanewsfirst.com and many other streaming platforms. We are always here to keep you covered, and we'll actually have a newscast on TV, Peachtree TV, and also in all of the streaming platforms as well coming up here in about 45 minutes. But did want to give you a closer look at what's happening weather-wise. We're going to log into the weather computer and show you what is happening in addition to talking about it. And we'll start with current temperatures. Today was a warm day. We squeezed up to about 80 degrees today in the city of Atlanta, and that was catered by plenty of sunshine. Again, we'll take you to current numbers, back down to 76 in Atlanta now. Cool spot, one of them is LaCroix at 69, and Blairsville 68, 71 Athens, Rome is at 75, 72 in Covington, 70 in Carrollton. So certainly it is a pretty nice evening, very comfortable. You don't need a jacket. Talking short sleeves out there, just had a coffee break and it was stunning outside, didn't have any weather issues, and temperatures were comfortable. Now, of course, we will cool back as we get deeper to the after sunset period, though right now everything is fine. You have to go down to well south of the Atlanta News First viewing area, down along I-65 there in Montgomery, Alabama, I-75 south of Interstate 16, south and central Georgia, to find a round of more substantial rain, the kind of rains that could impact your plans, but that is a ways away from North Georgia and Metro Atlanta. Saying hello on Facebook to Wesley Millsap and Ackworth and Max Goof. That's the avatar there. Saying hello to Tori, and hello to you, Max, if you're still watching. Thanks for tuning in and for giving us a holler. Again, rain staying south of our area for now. But there is rain in the overnight forecast that will linger into our Sunday morning. Here's the hour by hour. We'll roll it on back. Notice how we're dry now, and it's picking up on the clouds moving in. So forecast model really initializing well, and what that means is that the first little part of that forecast model is basically the next couple of hours, and what is actually happening outside is verifying it's correct with what the forecast model is showing, which gives us confidence in the fact that the forecast model has, what's happening now pretty correct. So we're hoping that it's going to continue that correct trend on through the overnight hours. Here's what it says. Temperatures fall through the 70s into the 60s. I think that we're going to remain dry regardless of what this forecast model shows. Data in general and just what's happening outside and what radar looks like. We're dry here for the next several hours. But I do think as we get into the 2, 3, 4 a.m. time frame, rain will increase. This is generally light to moderate rain, but there could be an embedded downpour or two, maybe a few rumbles of thunder, but nothing too intense. And by 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, we're back to spotty rain before the sun even comes up. Temperatures again, 50s in the mountains. Blue Ridge, 59, 6 a.m. Clayton, Rabun County, 58. Helen, LOJ, Ivy Log, Young Harris, these higher elevation communities, probably the only spots managing widespread 50s, the rest of us 60s. 7, 8, 9 a.m. rain is very spotty, not much to go around, very hit or miss. Cool front approaches from the north and west, and there could be a couple daytime showers as we get into the mid and late morning into the early afternoon period, mainly north of I-20 it appears, not just this forecast model, but just a little bit closer to some better dynamics and some better conditions to get some showers popping, generally north of I-20. This is with our late morning and afternoon rain chance, but notice it is hit or miss. Maybe some thunder and lightning, brief heavy rain, but not forecasting widespread severe weather or anything like that. Temperatures in the kind of cooler range tomorrow afternoon, 60s and lower 70s. And then more substantial cool air arrives as we get into tomorrow evening. Here we are, 5 p.m., still mild, lots of clouds. Notice how the clouds clear. And by midnight, we're back in the 40s in the mountains, 50s elsewhere. And by 7 o'clock Monday morning, we're pretty much all in the 40s, low to mid-40s in the mountains, mid to upper 40s metro Atlanta, and then further to the south down towards Macon, Warner Robins. That is where temperatures will be closer to 50 degrees. Behind the front as we clear out, cool off Monday morning. Brunchcast on your Sunday morning. More clouds, again, hit or miss rain. Don't cancel the plans, but if you do want to sit outside, it's worth keeping your rain and lightning alerts turned on in the Atlanta News First app, the First Alert weather app. If you don't have it, it's a simple download. Just search Atlanta News First or First Alert Weather in your app or Google Play Store. You can scan that QR code. Maybe if you're watching on one device, you can take your iPhone, your Android, scan that QR code, and it'll lead you to the download portal. It's it's an easy download, and if you have rain and lightning alerts turned on tomorrow at brunch and you're sitting outside, it'll let you know. It'll ring you, let you know that rain is approaching your spot as long as you have the location set to follow me. And to tomorrow afternoon, we go again. The majority of that spotty rain chance is early in the day, but maybe a few rumbles of thunder, a very hit or miss shower or thunderstorm into the afternoon with temperatures in the 70s, I think warmest. From Atlanta, point south and westward, so noon at 72. Athens, though the east side, 76. Gainesville, 72. Rome is at 70 as some of that cooler air starts to filter in. And then the 7-day forecast, rain again mainly early Sunday. We have dropped the first alert. There will be some rain around, but I think there's enough dry time to make it kind of a lower impact weather day. And then you can get those plans in, just a couple spotty showers around. And then a stunning Monday. Temperatures in the 40s in the morning, upper 60s, 70s in the afternoon, sunshine, low humidity, breezy Monday, breezy Sunday as well, but that breeze will make it feel even nicer. Stunning again Tuesday, a little warmer. We're pushing or getting to 80 Wednesday and Thursday with more clouds around. And then we have some scattered showers and thunderstorms in the forecast as we get into our Friday, possibly lingering into Saturday. Again, not a widespread rain, but something we'll be watching here pretty closely as we get into the late week and, of course, the all-important weekend forecast as we get into kind of the heart of next weekend, about 7 days from now. Thank you for tuning in. Time now 8:19 and 40 minutes. We're back on your TV. Atlanta News First on Peachtree TV, though you don't have to be in front of the screen to watch. You can also do so on your iPad, iPhone, Android, any device. Roku, Amazon Fire, AtlantaNewsFirst.com. So if you're out and about this evening, you have a device, just give us a holler. Hey there, Max on YouTube Live. Thanks for watching. Hope everyone has a wonderful rest of your Saturday evening. Again, rain tonight, most widespread before 5 a.m. Sunday, and then during the daytime hours when everyone's getting out and enjoying their Sunday, rain will be around, but it'll be very hit or miss. Data has trended drier over the past, day and a half or so, so we peeled back that first alert, but still some showers around. You can see the clouds moving in ahead of the rain. Another live look at our Centennial Olympic Park camera. Kind of a haze of clouds over downtown. No rain for the evening plans, so get outside and enjoy it. We're back on your TV and your streaming devices in about 40 minutes.